Hello and welcome to Earth Angel Sanctuary and Learning Center. My name is Erin and this is our lesson plan for the month of November. But before we get into these slides, I really want to appreciate you for supporting us for the year of 2014 and so on and so forth as we raise our vision and keep growing and expanding, offering new things for children, parents, and families around the world. We always like that you stop by and check out our webpage, Twitter, Facebook, and anything that you can recommend and move forward as we move into 2015. You're more than welcome to drop me a line at www.earthangelsnetwork.net, or you can email me at earthangelslv@gmail.com. So again, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your 2014, and let's go ahead and wrap up our last lesson plan of the year. So for our lesson plan, we talked about angels, and we will do a brief introduction as I go through this. Our guest speaker was Diana Christina, who is a certified angel card reader by Dr. Doreen Virtue and her son as well. We'll talk about who are angels and is there a hierarchy? Well, yes, there actually is. There are many different realms of angels, and depending on what religious background, there are many different kinds. We'll talk about fairies and how they're angels too. And we'll talk about how do you connect with your angels. That Diana gave us some really good tips on how you can do that. And to learn a little bit more about clairs and how they rely on when you're trying to do an angel card reading. And then we'll wrap up in our conclusion, say farewell to 2014, and introduce 2015 in our topic for the new year. So who are angels? Well, simply stated, they're messengers. As you can see, these two pictures, a lot of us have seen different pictures throughout the years of angels, and depending on your religious beliefs, there are different levels and ranks of angels known as the hierarchy of angels. Today, we're not going to talk about very many, but we are going to talk about a few different realms. You can always research that on your own if you feel very drawn to the angelic realm. So the higher the ranks, they hold a greater power and authority, and they all look different in size, facial features, and number of wings. Although in many photos they appear with wings, in some belief systems they do not have wings at all. It's also important to know that you don't necessarily need to subscribe to this belief system to know that angels exist, because they do, as a matter of fact. You don't even need to believe in them to reap the order of the good deeds, the profound wisdom, and the heavenly messages. They're around us in our energy and around in the universe, so they will always be here to assist us whether you believe in them or not. Happy there. So the hierarchy of angels, there are many orders, but today we're only going to talk about a few of them. Like I stated before, we're going to talk about the seraphim, cherubim, archangels, and guardian angels. So the seraphim are known as the burning ones, or the angels of love. They actually have 6 wings, ones that they actually use to fly with, and one to cover their face because the throne of God is so bright, and another one on their feet because feet were believed to be impure and dirty. Excuse me. Then there are the cherubim, which are power and beauty. They have 4 faces and 4 wings. And in some religious contexts, they are actually seen as children angels with wings. So there's also that too. They look different depending on religious sects. There's also archangels, which most of us are more familiar with, that oversee humankind, and your guardian angels, which leads us down to the next one, which a lot of us know who guardian angels are. They are our personal protector and advocate from the moment we are born. So they are angels that are contracted to us for life, and they remain close to us, and those that are here with us as we walk our earthly plane, our lifetime contract. And so all angels do is they bring messages and guidance into a space of love. It doesn't even matter what realm they are always at a high frequency, and they bring compassion and love to wherever you're at. And here's some more pictures and statues all around the world. You can see them in different cathedrals and stuff of pictures depicting angels. So fairies, they're also known as angels too, but more on an elemental realm and an angel of nature. They live wherever plants and animals are. They love pets, flowers, fruits, and crystals. They love Mother Earth and dislike any harshness toward the environment. They are fun and loving, but they can be also very mischievous. And a great example of that is most of us know Disney's Tinkerbell. So you can see how playful in nature she is, but there are times that she has some spunk to her. And it's really apparent in the movie Hook. So here are some beautiful pictures of fairies on the side. As you can see, they also have wings too, and they're more like a butterfly or a moth, but still they're very beautiful elemental beings. So if you're definitely connected to nature, you're probably connected to some type of elemental beings. And so how do you connect with angels? So these are great tips that Diana gave us. So you can always ask your angels. Anyone can ask for their assistance or for themselves or for another, as long as it's always for the highest and best interest for either you or that other person that you're asking for. One way to receive messages from the angels is through the use of angel cards, which is what we did today in our class. We used angel card decks and learned how to receive messages from them. The cards are always spot on as to any messages the person needs to hear in that present moment. The thing is about being open, transparent, and honest with yourself that the message that you're receiving is, truth. The thing is, if you don't quite know what they're trying to convey, just be open, put out that energy that it will present itself to you and that you'll be open to hear that. So the angelic realm and how to connect. Well, first you need to raise your vibration to the frequency of love or above. So I have this chime here, which is the frequency of 528, which is known as the frequency of love, also known as the miracle tone. There's a lot of research on frequency 528, but Diana talked about you need to be at least 500 or higher to work in the angelic realm. So I will go ahead and chime it for you, and you can hear it. All right. And you can also open your heart space, which is just allowing love to come in. Just even if you just visualize like your heart opening up, you can create a sacred space, which you will also see that Diana will do in a few slides from now. She'll create her sacred space. Another great way is to get into a zone, a meditative area where you're just breathing, releasing any of the negative, the low vibrations such as fear, anger, anxiety, and allowing only love to come in, the angels to come in and fill you with love. And you can add to the vibrations by the use of crystals. We've had several other classes throughout the years where we talked about crystals in previous slides and lesson plans where you want to learn about that because crystals amplify any type of vibration. So let's talk about the clairs. This is how to know the truth. We all have access to these 4 channels of communication with the angels. In the beginning, only one may be, but 2 are recognizable, but with practice, all 4 will come forth. It is very important to use and develop your gifts of the clairs so your intuition becomes stronger and you can learn to trust yourself as opposed to others who may not always have your best interest at heart. So the 4 clairs we're going to talk about are clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, and claircognizance. Clairaudience is when you can hear messages of the angels. It can either be heard as your own voice or another voice. It can be even heard outside of your head where the angel might whisper in your ear, which almost like tickles. There's clairvoyance where the angels send you messages through a picture or a symbol. For instance, like this would be a stop sign, meaning that the person needs to stop or to slow down. There's clairsentience where you get angel messages and a very strong feelings or body sensations. For instance, where you can tap into sad, you start to feel sad. Another one is the angels will sometimes give you angel bumps or goosebumps throughout your body when you know that you're going down the right path or right knowledge. And then there's claircognizance when you have a very strong knowing, like there is sure confidence while you're making that decision, like without a doubt, this is what it is. And that confidence is so strong. And here is our angel card reading. This is also why it is so important not to depend on the book So when it comes to angel cards, because in fact, she suggests that you should hide the book and only use it if you get stuck. Eventually, you won't need it. But this is why it's so important, because it helps to develop your intuitive abilities. So now on to the angel card reading. So as you can look at some of these pictures here, she has a beautiful scarf or shawl laid out, which she only uses for her angel card readings. So that kind of right there is her sacred space. It sets the stage that this is what's about to happen. She lays out all her crystals that are assisting her with the angel card reading. If you notice in the front, she has 2 pyramids and 1 circle. Those are organites. Those are natural energy. You can read more about organites. We also did an organite project this year, so you can also check that out at thehumangiftingproject.com. Also, as you can see here, what she did is she shuffles the deck, and if one falls out, that's definitely one for you. If some of them don't fall out or you're ready, you keep here and keep going. You can see she has several decks laid out, and she goes ahead and cuts them and just pulls from the cards, and then she reads based on that. And this is actually a sample of one of the children in my group who had a reading from this draw. As you can see, it's a lot of interesting information. They had self-acceptance, trust, divine guidance, emerging, and friendship. So very interesting. And you can go ahead and interpret it how you want. Just connect to these cards and feel the flow and the energy of what these cards are trying to tell you. And so there are many ways that you can do angel card readings like we suggested. You can shuffle, and if they fall out, you want to pick that. You can also cut the deck, or you can do a spread where you shuffle them, lay them all out, and you just pick cards that you feel drawn to. And there are many other ways you can do this. Just have fun with it. And so I want to thank Diana Christina for teaching us and the kids on how to do angel card readings and working from a high vibration level. So for the month of January, which is our first class of 2015. We're going to play off this previous class, but we're going to talk about raising your vibration. Our guest speaker will be Vanessa Sandoval and Aaron Nalani. So you can join us for an interactive evening filled with exercises to raise your vibration. There are many ways to go about doing this using our different senses. The key is honing on which one works for you. Raising your vibration is important. Like Diana just said in this episode, you need at least 500 or higher to work in these higher realms. When we find ways to quickly move ourselves into these frequencies, we can access our own intuitive skills and learn to develop more clairsenses. You will see that even though these exercises and practices are very practical, we forget and we don't realize it can be that easy. So give your children the tools they need to raise their vibration. It will help them in all areas of their life, such as school, relationships, creative thinking, and spirituality. And even though I'm going to be offering this class for the Earth Angels out here, I'm also going to be offering it as a webinar and tele-series sometime this year. So stay tuned on our www.earthangelsnetwork.net and see how you can get online to take one of these courses. So again, I'd like to thank everyone for checking us out in the year 2014. I hope to offer you even more in the year 2015. If you would like to leave a comment, suggestion, just send me an email or go to our webpage and click under testimonials. Again, have a happy year. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and we'll see you for the new year of 2015. Thank you.